Since mid-October, natural gas prices have been starting to go up. Normally, natural gas is put into storage during the summer months and then pulled out during the winter months. Ken Rutter is director of DGC Basin Electric Portfolio Management and explains that there was quite a bit less in storage this year than in past years. Plus, forecasts are showing a colder winter.
It's really kind of that weather and that storage position. DGC has been able to take advantage of that. We did become aggressive when natural gas prices start getting over the $4 level, and so we saw, pricing levels that we hadn't seen in a few years. The long run average for this period of time was about $2.60. That's what it had been trading, and then we got the spike in the prices. So, for example, for the month of December, we were able to capture roughly about $3.81 an MMBTU versus $3.37. January, $4.30 versus a budget of $3.67, and likewise, for February and March, elevated levels as well. It's meant about an increase of about $6 million in revenues, for Dakota Gas, which is good, and gives us some additional lift.
Val Weigel is Basin Electric Director of Short-Term Trading and Financial Analytics and explains the effects on the power markets.
We saw the highest power prices since we've joined the market in November. Around the clock power prices are around $34, and that was almost $13 higher than what we saw last November at about $21. And one of the biggest drivers for that was natural gas prices. So how those two things work together is every day in the market there's a marginal unit, or the unit that sets the price in the market. And sometimes it's a gas unit, and sometimes it's a coal unit, and sometimes it can even be a virtual offer, which gets into a lot more details. But when it's a gas unit, really how that works is you take the gas price times a heat rate, which is typically, let's just say like an 8 heat rate. So you take a $4 gas price times an 8 heat rate equals $32. Then on top of that, you add some variable O&M that the unit incurs or that we offer into the market because the unit incurs that cost. So maybe you add $4 to that, and that's about $36. So thinking in terms of how does a gas price equate to a power price, you go through that equation when you capture that new gas price to make it that power price. So every time a gas price goes up $1, you can expect a power price to go up about $8, which is equivalent to that heat rate. And if we were just looking at Basin on a standalone, if Basin has enough generation in the market to make us surplus at any given time, that is a really good thing for Basin. And generally when we see higher prices in the market, we have more of our generation getting dispatched and getting us to a surplus position, which means all of our coal is getting dispatched to the top, a lot of our gas generation gets dispatched, and then we have those surplus sales that helps to overall lower our member rate. When we see high gas prices, and $4 is generally higher than what we've seen in the past, but it's not really super high by any means. At times we've seen some really high gas prices in short spurts when we've had some of these cold weather events. But when we see higher gas prices, at times if we're not surplus, so maybe we have a really high load during that time frame, or maybe we have a coal unit on outage and we're short in the market, then those are short periods of time where we do end up buying power from the market at a higher price. Over time, right now, given what our generation availability is, or the resources that Basin has to serve its load, it's okay to be short in some of those time frames, because generally there's going to be other time frames throughout the year when we're short, when prices are very advantageous to be buying from the market, and we want to have that ability or that opportunity to buy at those lower prices.